Who the hell is Vito Spaz? Is that the guy from Sopranos?
𝗟𝗀𝗃𝗀.
Guys, who is this guy, bro?
Bro, I'm built like 𝗟𝗀𝗃𝗀.
Look at this guy spamming. This is all he says.
Bro, no, hold on. Me. I'm built me.
Wait a second.
No, excuse me. Me. I'm built like 𝗟𝗀𝗃𝗀. Okay, dude.
No, that's not his only comment. His comment before that was, Los, honestly, man, you. Los, I'm having sex. And then he sent that about 20 times. Is that a psychopath?
Bro, you're not having sex. And you know what? You're the kind of guy that jerks off with the left hand, too, to make it seem like he's cheating you know, and mix it up a little bit. That's the kind of pervert you are. He jerks off with both hands, you weirdo. That's a freak right there. That's a freak.
I mean, if you're jerking lefty and you're a righty, you're a sociopath.
This is what this guy's doing. I can guarantee you. He seems like that kind of guy. Pervert.
I'm guaranteeing you, bro, if you jerk off with your opposite hand,
you're
a serial
And you know
killer.
what kind of guy this is, too? He's the kind of guy that sits on his hand so it falls asleep, so he's jerking off, and it doesn't seem like he's using his hand.
No. What the f is that?
Yeah, that's the kind of guy.
What the fuck is that?
That guy jerks off with his hand after it fell asleep, you pervert.
This tiny, sleepy creature is 𝗟𝗪𝗸𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, better known as the rain frog. Unlike most frogs, its body is perfectly round, like a little potato with short, stubby limbs. And here's the funny part. Because of its chunky shape, it can't even jump. Instead, it waddles around by crawling, making it one of the most unique frogs out there. As a burrowing species...
Okay,
You know what's so insane about just how many species of animals are out there?
Oh, dude.
That we don't even know. We've never seen them.
Listen, people study this. They dedicate their whole life. You want to hear something crazy? How about these people that dedicate their whole life to bugs? You want to know about bugs?
Bugs are cool.
Nah, listen, I'm not saying they're not cool.
Cool.
I'm not saying that they're not cool, but what the fuck, bro?
You know what I watched the other day for the first time in a long time?
Talk to me, Goose.
Original Jurassic Park.
Part 1?
Part 1.
Not even close. The best.
One of the best just movies ever. But he said something in there when they were talking about, because you know the plot is that, you know, oh, this guy's playing God basically.
Yeah. He had the thing. In his little the cane, and he used to splice it. Yeah.
The guy said, what's the guy's name?
Which one?
The guy he's like plays the cool guy.
Yeah.
Jeff
Goldblum.
Yeah. Okay. He was like. Because the guy was like, oh, like, what's wrong, like, with me? Like, oh, if I brought back, like, this endangered species of whatever, like, you'd be happy. He was like, dinosaurs, they had their time on Earth. And nature selected them to be extinct. And I thought about that. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, why couldn't they survive? Like, why couldn't dinosaurs be on Earth today? You know what I mean? Like...
Well, listen, I mean, first of all, if you look at the ocean, if you look at the shark, the shark's prehistoric.
The shark is like a dinosaur.
That fucking thing. And then you have lizards. You have those different types of lizards and such that. But listen, man, listen, there are these people that study this shit, the paleontology, whatever era this is, and whatever. What I'm trying to tell you is this: something fucking happened. That fucking wiped them the fuck out.
But the shit in the sea, a lot of them were good though. But the ones on land, it was a meteor.
Listen, there was.
Is there like actual proof of this, or it's just theory?
Listen, bro. There's the fact of the matter is that there are, again, people have dedicated their lives to studying these things, which I think is, hey, listen, if that's what you want to do, God bless, man. I salute. I have no. Listen, I'll go watch a movie, whatever. But I have no interest beyond that. I don't even remember in school. I think we talked about dinosaurs and shit.
Well, because some people think that dinosaurs are like not real, or like, oh yeah, there were some things that were like bigger, but
but weren't bones collected?
Bones, but they're like, oh, is that like a bird thing? I don't know. Like,
listen, here's
because we don't know what they looked like.
Here's and also the color. Yeah, I get.
Yeah, we don't know what they look like. We're just assuming.
Listen.
They were these like skin, whatever.
No, I mean, but again, they're assuming the color because of what they ate and where they were, and like the green or whatever, red color. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I just dinosaurs.
Listen, man, if you want
fascinating.
to be one of these guys that and you meet people like this, everything is fake, phony. This didn't exist. The Earth is flat. Like, listen, if you wanna live your life that way, God bless, man. I got my own shit to deal with. I'm gonna worry about these fucking idiots. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Oh, they're fake. There were no. Okay, there were no dinosaurs. If you want to believe that, believe it then. There were no dinosaurs. Okay. If that makes you feel better, okay. There were no dinosaurs, buddy. You know better. I get it.
No, so Chad, my girlfriend never saw Jurassic Park. Or no, she was like, oh, I think I saw one. I'm like, describe the movie. She goes, oh yeah, the guy's in it. Like, I was like, Chris Pratt? I was like, no, that's not Jurassic Park. The shit with Chris Pratt riding on the back of a pterodactyl, and he can like train this. Dude, that's not Jurassic Park, bro.
I gotta be honest with you.
Jurassic Park.
First of all,
they all want to eat you. That's Jurassic Park,
bro. I'm just done with Chris Pratt. Period.
I know you hate Chris Pratt.
I don't hate anybody.
I know you hate seeing Chris Pratt.
It's just like we're like inundated with this guy. I get it. Okay. With the
I'm sure he's a cool guy.
Listen. He apparently he is. He is. I get it.
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
But what I'm saying is this. I don't. There are these things that people. You ever see how people get passionately violent about things? There were no. Okay, dude.
Hold on.
How does this affect your life?
Los thinks his girlfriend loves him.
You know what?
Are you serious?
Wait a second.
That made you laugh.
Wait. You have to.
Nah,
right,
dude.
All right,
what the fuck is this?
No, I know. Listen, it's getting to the point now. This is all you're dealing with right now.
My God. And now it's gonna be a clip. That's a clip now. That's a clip now.
I can't laugh. I'm not. What? Wait a minute. I can't. Okay. Are you following what's going on? Do you know who the Liver King is? And Joe Rogan?
I kind of.
Right,
I heard he got like arrested.
Let me give you a
What's he
quick
doing?
overall. There's this guy called the Liver King. And this guy apparently lives, he calls it like an ancestral, like type life. He eats raw organs. Liver,
no, I know the Liver King.
And the guy is a fucking freak of nature.
But that guy does steroids.
Well, hold on. So what happened is, he's talking about, no, I only eat the liver and I eat the hearts of the bull and the whole thing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Totally gets busted. Like $11,000 a month he spent it on steroids. The guy's out of his mind. His eyes are bulging out. He looks totally insane. All right, now.
Yeah, he looks crazy.
Now, like everybody else, not everybody, but a lot of people, because of the sheer fucking just whatever term you want to use, this need to go after Joe Rogan. And I understand why. Just the level of.
I thought he wanted to fight him.
Well, he did.
So that was it? He wants to fight him?
Joe Rogan would snap his head off of his fucking neck if he fought this guy. But I'm not going to get into that. But what I'm telling you is, you got a lot of people talking shit with Joe Rogan and this and that. Apparently, this guy came to Austin, Texas, where Rogan is.
Yeah.
And he basically threatened his life. And so they arrested this fucking clown.
Yeah.
And you had to see the shape of him. He's got one pupil dilated.
Yeah.
His skin's a fucking wreck. That guy, he's just a complete maniac. This guy. So
he's clearly on cocaine.
He's got some sort of a restraining order now. The whole thing is a fucking mess. And I've been reading about it for the last couple of days. Like, they locked this guy up. Like, he looks like he's out of his fucking bird. This guy. He looks crazy. That's the first thing, bro. What about Cooper Flag and the fucking maps? What do you think about that situation over there? I'm very curious to see how they're gonna be this year. I'm very curious.
The HVAC guy, I had a long conversation with him today because I was, every once in a while, I explain like what I do, and I think he's tuned in. So the HVAC guy, he might be watching.
Nice.
Nice. He was very fascinated with this. He was like, "Your dad comes on?" I'm like, "Yeah, my dad's coming on tonight." He's like, "Oh, how can I watch?"
This is a fascinating. By the way, on Tuesday, follow me on this one. On Tuesday, I got together with 8 guys that I graduated high school with. Okay, two I'm very, very close with. The other ones I don't see that much. We all went to lunch, and they just get they all know, they get a kick out of this whole thing, whatever. Dude, we're in the spot having lunch, fucking guys are coming up to me. I'm sitting with these guys.
Yeah.
And just like table next to me was this a couple of, like, I get high school age, whatever, and they came over. Our waiter was like, wow, good to see you, wow, fucking waiter, our waiter. And so I'm getting up and I'm taking pictures of this place. These guys were fucking cracking up. They're like, what the fuck, man? And it was such a funny thing to see their reaction. Like, they know what we do and how long we've been doing it and the whole bit. But just to see their reaction was just great. And it just really cracked me up. And everybody was, like always, man. And we always joke around about this shit. Dude, when we run into people out in the wild, bro, dude, the level of respect and how and just how people are, how nice they are, it's fucking ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous,
I would say
it's ridiculous.
I'd say 99%. There's 1% that are strange. I'll say one thing. If you do see me in public, don't just follow me for 5 to 10 minutes, like in a mall. That's weird, right? Like, you need to either say something or you go away.
You know what I do?
Because I'm gonna start thinking something's happening.
No, if I see that,
and
though,
I'm gonna,
yes.
I might have to, you know.
No, but if I see that happening,
yeah,
I go, bro, what's up? Like, because if someone's like looking at me like, and or whatever, because I don't want it to. I'm like, what's up, man?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's up? They're like,
that's the
like,
only
hey,
thing.
they're like, hey. I'm like, what's up, man?
That's the only
and
thing.
I, you know how I am. I talk to everybody. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna get to it, but when I'm with people, certain people get annoyed.
Or the one guy that we took a picture with, it was we had a Christmas dinner. You remember this guy?
I didn't like that.
This guy posts a picture of us and goes, and he posted on TikTok, just took a pic with Queso and his dad.
So,
and he posted a picture of me not even looking at the camera. I was like, I was turning.
What was funny about that is this guy was freaking the fuck out that we were having dinner on Christmas Eve at the restaurant. This guy, this kid was fucking beside himself. He didn't know what the fuck to do. He was all fucking nervous and shit. And he came up to, he goes, hey, can I? And we're like, yeah, man, after dinner, we're going to, kissing our, the guy was all over the, loving it. And then we saw this post. I'm like, that fucking little creep.
He fucking offered a free dinner next time we're in there.
That little fucking creep.
Free dinner, and then you're posting Queso and his dad.
I went back in there. I never saw him again after that. I don't know if they shipped him off.
I think that guy got shit canned.
I don't know what happened because that was, and you know what it was, and he was so like.
No, the owner didn't like it.
I don't know if he was trying to be funny or not, but like the kid was like he was meeting us. His hands were shaking. He was all nervous. Bro, be cool. Instead, now you're trying to roast. You ask us during dinner to take a picture. Now you're trying to roast, bro. You don't do that, dude. Don't do that.
That's a strange behavior. Or people find pictures that I took with other people, then they post them like acting like they're the person, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, I'm 5'7", and like the guy's like 6 foot or something."
Okay, dude.
So, so I'm 5'4".
All right, we're still doing this.
What is this obsession, bro?
We're still doing this crap now, but I'm telling you something, man. Interestingly enough,
yeah.
And same thing with you, dude. The overwhelming, just the people we meet, just incredibly nice. So super nice, and like I said, man, I chat people up. I like to talk. I'm asking questions. Like, I'm always curious. Like, I went, the store. I forgot the name of the place where you get the vitamins. I had to pick up something. So I go in this spot, and right away the guy's like, "Dude, big fan of your content. Love you and your son. Blah blah blah." So I'm chatting with this guy. Well, let me ask you a question.
Oh, I gotta go.
Let me ask you a question. You watch the streams, or you just? He goes, I don't really watch too much of the streams. He goes, I just know you guys from all the clips that you guys just keep coming up, blah, blah, blah. I'm always curious about that, though. I'm always curious.
No, so that's what I was going to say. When I was in AC this last weekend, chat, I met a viewer who was a Twitch viewer and then now a Kick viewer. And he was like, oh my God. We were talking for like 10 minutes. And I was like, so you watch clips or are you like in the chat? He's like, dude, like I'm a chatter, but I recently got banned. I'm like, why'd you get banned? He said, I put in the chat a 𝗟𝗀𝗃𝗪 when I lost like on like playing slots or something.
You put a what?
Okay, you see this face that's laughing? The 𝗟𝗃𝗪𝗃?
Yeah.
So okay, so if I lose money gambling, like obviously I'm gonna be mad, right?
So
A guy laughed.
That guy put that in there. Meanwhile, there are people on here saying the most vulgar shit about our families. They want us assassinate everything else. Those people get a pass. This guy puts a little laughing emoji, gets banned for life.
Well,
Bro.
if you catch me in the wrong moment, aka when I lose money and I go, yo, mods, ban everybody who's laughing. You get caught in the crossfire.
He got caught.
It's unfortunate.
He got caught in the cross. Dude, could I just tell you?
So we got him unbanned.
One of the craziest things, though. There's many. There's been many. I told you, what was it, about a few weeks ago? I went down to AC with Mom. Bro, I was playing a little roulette.
By the way, the Dad Report is tweeted.
Oh, hey, my brother.
Shout out to your boy, Dad Report.
Good to hear from you, man. Thank you. As always. Bro, the casino floor.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not exaggerating. A couple dozen people just coming up to me, and then the dealer was like, "Who are you?" I go, "Nobody." She goes, "Who are you?" I just said my gaming and streaming. She's like, "Kinda." I go, "My son's real popular," and so I do some stuff with it. She's like, "Oh, okay."
Dude,
that's what I always tell people. I go, my son's famous, and I do stuff. That's all I say.
Dude, what is your opinion on? And Chad, I want to get your opinion too. Anyone who frequents the casino, right? When the waitresses come over, right? They just give you complimentary drinks, but you gotta give them some money, right?
I give them I usually have. See, I carry, unlike probably all of you, I always have cash.
Why just a shot at everyone?
No, because people don't carry cash. I always have cash on me.
Yeah.
And I'll give them.
Yeah.
I'll either do a chip or I'll do money because I have cash on me. But sometimes I do a chip.
This is what I think, chat. I think. Listen, obviously, if you're down bad, like you just lost everything, obviously, I'm talking about if you're up or whatever. You gotta give her you gotta give her some shit. Like,
bro.
People throw her like a $1,
bro,
and I go like, dude, she's bringing you like $5-6 drinks. $1? I mean, she's walking around doing all this shit. $1.
You know. Listen, I'm not getting into it. You and I have been discussing this for probably 10 years.
Yeah.
You and I understand. And our thoughts on tipping. I've told this many times on stream. I'm not going to get into the whole thing many times.
Oh, Chad, I did this before I had any type of money. I would tip good.
You were.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm going to tell you this, and you and I, since
this is generations. His dad, him, me.
My father was fucking ridiculous,
that's what I'm saying.
But one of the main reasons why I'm an over tipper, and I don't care, and I piss people off when I'm with them. And I over-tip, and some people get annoyed with that, and I don't give a fuck. I don't care. My best friend growing up, I told the story many times. My best friend growing up, his mom was a waitress, and she worked in 2 different restaurants.
Uh-huh.
Now, back then, you could smoke in restaurants.
Yeah.
She died of lung cancer because 6 nights a week, she was in restaurants, and there's a restaurant, bar area, whatever. People are smoking. She's inhaling this shit for decades. The woman died from lung cancer. I would go over to the house. After the shift, she'd be there, sitting in the kitchen, physically exhausted. And in the back of my head, now listen, I know that there might be people that are shitty servers or whatever, but I'm an over tipper. I don't give a fuck, and that's the way it is. So, I don't care. And my dad was ridiculous. I mean, that's who he was. So.
Yeah, listen. Just take care of it. Just take care of the service.
But yeah, I think when we're talking about the casino, when they're bringing you, I mean, you gotta obviously take care of them. And if you're in that environment where you're gambling and you're drinking, it's assumed that you got a couple bucks in your pocket. Otherwise, you know what? Stay home and watch fucking cartoons. Do us all a favor. Don't be if you're broke, don't be out in the world bothering people. Until you get a few dollars in your pocket, stay home because you're a problem for everybody else. And then your friends have to pick up your slack. You guys go out and eat. They pass the bill around. It passes you 6 times. You don't put any money in. Just stop. All right, with that bullshit. Stay home and watch fucking reruns of Seinfeld.
Seinfeld's really funny.
I'm just saying, guys, be honest with yourself. Listen, I don't have the means right now. Stay home. Don't be a burden on everybody else.
So I got some videos here that all of them look.
What, I'm wrong?
Dude.
We've all been with people like this. I'm not gonna get into it. We've all been with people like this. I'm gonna go one step further. I have even at my age, I got a few friends that, listen, man, they're struggling, whatever. I make it abundantly clear. Before we go out, it's fine, I'll take care of it. I don't want this nonsense. Oh, but dude, you're having a rough week or a rough month or a rough year, we go out, I'll take care of it. I want us to have a good time. I don't want people like worrying about how much is that? Can I get the chicken finger? No.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you right now, or you know what I do, and I've done this before, we go out, I go, boom, here's a couple $100, I put it in your pocket. Leave me alone. That's it. Have a good night. Don't be fucking worrying and stressing and, oh, I can't get the steak. Nah, fuck that. No. I'm just saying, you know exactly, you do it all the time. What the fuck?
Yeah,
you do it all the time.
My thing is, I tell them, I'm like, if you start asking me, oh, can I get this? I'm like, bro, don't even ask some shit like that. Like, that actually makes me cringe. Like, just get it. Like, get anything you want.
Dude, if we're out, we're out. If we're out, we are out. That's how we operate.
The shit's covered.
We're out.
You want the most expensive entree? Cool, get it. Don't ask me, can I get this?
Yeah.
I went out to dinner with some, people, and I was like, dude, it's cool.
Bro, I remember when I was I was in high school. I'm in high school, right? And we had the little spot down at the shore, and it was very bustling, as they say. You got we were right by the beach. There's cars, bikes, whatever. I remember, I'm like 15, and there was the house next to us. There was a bunch of older guys that like knew my family, so like I'd go over and hang out. Sometimes I get like a little sip of beer. I'm like 15, whatever.
Yeah.
And these guys were fucking wild, right? They were all like in their 20s and 30s. They were fucking wild, but they knew my family, so I'd go hang out, whatever. And I was funny. I'd make everybody laugh, Dude, this chick is on roller skates. Mm-hmm. Roller skates, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And she's flying, man. Bro, bikini, roller skates, nothing else. I don't know what happened. She hit a spot, something.
No.
She went flying up in the air, bro. She flew feet in the air. I don't know what the fuck happened. She came crashing down. They had to block off the whole Ocean Avenue, ambulance, fire engines.
Really?
Bro,
no helmet either?
Bro, she had a compound fracture. The fucking bone came out of her leg.
Oh.
And she was a smoke show.
Oh.
She was a smoke show, this chick. She was very attractive. I mean, what a disaster, though.
Oh.
You're on fucking roller skates in a bikini? I mean, come on, man.
Oh my God.
The fuck? All right, so what do you before we get moving with this shit? What are you thinking about? What do you think about 𝗂𝗄𝗄 with the Mavs? What are you thinking? That
I don't like the Mavs organization.
I think now Nico Harris looks like a fucking genius now.
Yeah, but
a little bit, no?
That guy's a weirdo, man.
Listen, we saw him when we were in LA, dude. He was drinking gin and tonics. He was stumbling around over at the wherever. What is that place we go when it's like a private club? What do you call that?
Yeah, I know.
It's some private fucking club.
Well, this is the thing.
The guy was drinking gin and tonics. He was a little fucked up.
This is why this guy's stupid. He gets interviewed yesterday, and he goes, "Oh, like he basically said something." Someone tell me what the quote is. He basically was like, "Oh, well now look like."
Oh no!
He basically made it seem like.
No, don't do that.
He made it seem like he got the number 1 pick. Like
in other words, this is all part of the grand
yes,
scheme.
like dude, you got lucky, bro.
Bro.
You got lucky, bro.
Bro.
And Kyrie fucking tore his ACL. Like, what are you talking about?
On, dude, Nico Harris, you stepped in shit, bro. You stepped in shit. That's the luck right there. So you know what I mean. I don't like.
Oh no! This is what he said. He said, "Fortune favors the bold." So basically, he's basically saying,
bro.
Yeah, he got gifted Cooper Flag because he traded Luka. You're a dumb fuck.
Don't start with the fucking fortune favors the bold. When you start with that, bro, if that's the quote you're coming up with, Jesus Christ, man.
Fortune favors the bold.
Who the fuck?
I wouldn't call that trade bold.
Who the fuck are you, Sir Lancelot? Get the fuck out of here. What is it, the Knights of the Round Table? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit line. Fortune favors the bold. Oh, my God. Copernicus. Get out of here, you fucking weirdo. Anyway, with that being said, I
just love how every other line is a threat to my life in the chat. Matt, DM me that. Every other fucking comment is a threat to my fucking life.
I think at this point now, the only way for it to stop is you have to stop reading it. Because now you're reading them. Do you understand every... I really don't. You understand every third TikTok I look at is you going, don't come to Austin or you'll be disintegrated. I go, stop reading them, bro.
Okay, but I gotta read...
set foot in the...
I have to read the ones that are better than the last.
Bro, and then one I read was, if you come to New Hampshire, you'll turn into Adams or some shit like...
Los, come to Woodburn, Oregon, and you will become a campfire story.
I mean, dude.
You'll become a campfire story? What?
That means you'll meet a crazy demise, and they'll be talking about it for decades. Sitting like a troop of Cub Scouts will be sitting around going, we once had... Yeah, okay.
No, bro.
Some of them are good. Hey, I want to ask you something.
Oh shit.
What is there? There's gonna be a game for some cash between Aiden and Cash. Is there a game? Is there gonna be like a game?
Chad, is that happening or was that like a joke?
I don't know. I saw something popped up and I saw it. Apparently like a 2-on-2 or something.
Well, I think Aiden was with Neon. And they had played a 2-on-2, and then
wow, they're fucking buddy, huh? Wow.
I mean, I get.
Wow, they're buddy, huh? Wow.
I guess so, bro.
I watched some of the fight last week. Did you watch any of the fights?
Yeah, I saw some of the fights.
I watched. What's his name? What's that guy's name? The older guy. What's his name? He beat the Island Boy. What's his guy's name?
Charleston White.
Charleston White. 40-something year old man.
Why did that guy just like quit?
Listen, maybe listen. Let me explain something to you. Let me just say this. Let me answer that question, my friend. So I'm sure there's a lot of people here, and well, why would you quit, bro? You ever been punched in the face? It's not fun. This guy got fucking punched in the face. He goes, I'm good. That's your answer. You want the answer? That's the answer. Well, why did he quit like that? He got punched in the face. You know what I mean?
Los, if you ever step foot in Dover, New Hampshire, you will become a true crime documentary.
Now what I think is happening now. Now what
you could have worded that better.
Now what happens though is this is where it's like, you know, the bell curve, like when you have like it's like it kind of you're down here, you have everybody else, and then you have like it fades. I think what's happening now is everyone is so desperate to be the next big thing that maybe maybe there's a TikTok or something. Now what's slowly happening is now it's watered down to getting a little weak.
Because now
it's getting a little weak, my friends. That's what I'm gonna tell you. It's getting a little weak.
Like, come to Orlando or you will be pegged. Like, that's not, you know what I mean?
I mean that's some sort of a gay sexual assault. That's not even that's some that pegging. I mean, I don't know why. Okay, they're gonna say where in Orlando? What, in Disney? By the way, for the record, actually, Disney's in Kissimmee. A lot of people think it's Orlando. It's actually Kissimmee. Not that matters in anybody's life, but I wanted to throw it out there.
Have you guys seen the I actually don't know what this person is. It's like a man woman type person. I don't want to I don't know. Did you see this person? They go into Disney and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to test if I can go into the women's bathroom."
I'm sure.
And did you guys see this?
No,
I think apparently now Disney banned him.
Yeah, listen.
From the parks.
I mean, listen, there's always going to be people that are going to push the envelope. Like, you ever see these fucking You ever see these fucking people that they test the First Amendment and they just walk around videotaping people?
Yeah, that's weird.
And I understand it's weird, but my thing is when I watch people get so angry, like, bro, this is just a perfect example, and we've talked about this for years. Dude, there's really only a couple things you really have control over. And if there's a guy filming, who gives a fuck? What are you so worried about? Oh, he's filming me eating. Who cares?
Well,
Nobody
the weird
gives a
ones are
fuck.
when they walk into, like, government buildings.
Again.
And they're, like, walking down the hallways, and the workers there are like, hey, like, what are you doing?
I understand that. What I'm saying then is, but, you know, there's certain rules and laws. I get all that. But, bro, if you're on a public sidewalk and people are coming out of stores, walking up, going, I don't want my picture taken, then why are you walking up to me, bro? Like, come on, man. It's just, to me, it's a weird, it's a fucking very weird thing, man. Anyway,
listen, we have 12,500 people in the chat, and I would assume most of them are spamming these threats. Can we all chill out? We got a lot of people in here. Let's watch the video. Let's switch the vibes up from threats to ha 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 laughing.
I will tell you too. I could say this without hesitation, or reservation. I will say the almost 13,000. I love each and every one of you. I love you. You know I do.
Okay, but what are the odds out of this number, statistically speaking, that there is a murderer in here?
I would say out of that many, there's 7.
I think that's low.
There's about no.
I think that's low.
I would say that there's about 7 people that have taken someone's life.
Oh, they've already taken them.
You're
saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's different. I wouldn't go that. It's kind of crazy.
That's my take.
And
also,
goes, I once killed a man.
I once killed a man in Arizona. I will also say of the almost 13,000, 21% have a micro.
First of all, the odds of someone having a micro is actually like 1%. So if you're saying 20% in here have a micro,
well, no, because there's certain people that are watching. So I'm going statistically 21%.
No. Oh, no. You didn't know. You forgot. Everyone in this chat is 6'3", has a 6-pack, and has a 9-incher.
Yeah.
You forgot that.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I know. Everybody's a stud. Meanwhile, I've met you people in real life. You look like 𝗟𝗍𝗪𝗀.
Okay, that's not true.
I've met
plenty of normal looking.
I met you people in real life. You look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, you fucking bastards. Get out of here. Piece of shit.
Someone in a wheelchair was actually yelling Los at me the other day. Like in a motorized wheelchair.
Was somebody pushing him?
No, he was motorized.
But was he able to do a handle, or did he had to blow into the thing? Was he like one of those guys?
That's not a thing.
What are you talking about?
You're talking. What's that guy? The scientist?
What?
Who's the guy he used to type? He's like this. He's typing.
Stephen Hawking?
Yeah, you're naming like a Stephen Hawking.
I asked you.
The guy was in a motorized scooter. He wasn't deaf and.
No,
bro.
I didn't say deaf. I'm asking when you say motorized, sometimes they can't move their hands. They got to blow into the straw. That's why I said someone. Was someone pushing him? You said no, it was motorized. So he has the little gear thing going.
Yeah.
He wasn't going like that. Was he? No, you said he wasn't. It was motorized.
It was motorized.
All right.
It was motorized. But he stood up for the picture.
See, I got a problem with that.
Yeah.
Now I got questions.
I'm not gonna be rude in person. And be like, oh, whoa, what is this? Like, oh, it's a miracle. I'm just gonna be like, all right, bro. Like, you know.
I gotta tell you, I may have to be like, bro. Let me ask you a question. I may have to. If that was me, I mean, people are very open with us too. They fucking people want to tell us their life stories and the whole bit.
What about the guys who they have like a scooter with a one leg kneeling type thing?
Well, dude, you know, when I had my foot surgery,
yeah,
that was offered to me.
But you didn't take it.
I said, Doc, I love this doctor, by the way. Yeah. I go, Doc.
I'm not going around.
I go, Doc, you think I'm gonna be on a one-knee scooter pushing myself around? I'd rather throw myself down a flight of stairs.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Fuck out of here, bro.
The kneeling scooter?
Dude, I was rocking old school. You know what I did? I was rocking old school fucking crutches. My fucking arms blew, my triceps blew up. I go, this is a pretty good workout.
Guys.
My arms were fucking huge. I go, holy shit. I swear to God, man. And I told the doctor, I go, Doc, let me ask you a question. What if someone's not strong enough to use crutches? He's like, oh yeah, a lot of my patients can't. I go, what do they do? He goes, I don't. He goes, they can't get around. I went, what?
Yeah,
it's
they gotta
true.
get carried.
It's true.